Greetings fellow 50p collectors, Coin Snatcher here, part 2 of the Royal Mint visit today. So when you go to the Royal Mint, us collectors tend to go just to get the strike your own coins, but of course there's a lot more in the collection than just the strike your own coins. So while I was at the Royal Mint, I intended to pick up the other coins that were missing from the collection. So this was the Harry Potter coins, the memorial coin for Queen Elizabeth with King Charles III portrait on the obverse, and then finally the BBC coin as well that was recently introduced. Unfortunately they were completely out of stock of the BBC coin, so I couldn't get the bank one, couldn't get the silver proof either, so I'll have to go elsewhere to find those, or maybe order them on the Royal Mint website and wait for them to be delivered. But while I was there waiting to go on the tour today, I did pop round and have a look at what was available, and I was able to get the memorial coin for Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. So this is the bank pack. It has a little hanging tab on it, which you wouldn't get if you got it through the post from the Royal Mint website. And if we have a little look on the back, there's a little bit of information there just on the left hand side, a lifetime of heart and devotion, and then on the right hand side the coin specs as well. So with this coin I got one bank pack which will go in with all the other bank packs, and then I got a second bank pack as well. And the reason for that is I need one of these coins to go into my red tray date run, which is all the coins that are circulated and all the NIFC coins as well. So because this coin has to come out of the packaging, which is quite loose on this actually, I thought we might open it up and just have a little look inside and see what it says inside about the coin. So we'll get this open. We'll pop the packaging over to the side, and there we go. There's the new design on the reverse of the coin, and then if we open it up, we have King Charles III portrait on the obverse of the coin. Let's open it up and see what it says inside. So a little bit devoted to duty. Her Majesty was committed to serving with the British people in the Commonwealth with heart and devotion. Throughout her reign, Queen Elizabeth II represented stability and calmness during war, political upheaval, natural disasters, and more recently the COVID-19 pandemic, during which Her Majesty's words provided comfort and inspiration to millions. And then underneath that, we will be with our friends again, we will be with our families again, we will meet again. And that was Queen Elizabeth II's broadcast to the UK and the Commonwealth, 5th of April 2020. So on the next page, there's a nice picture of Her Majesty there with a bouquet of flowers in one of her many different coloured outfits. And then it goes on to say the passing of tradition. So when His Majesty the King acceded to the throne, the Royal Mint upheld its traditional duty and released an official coinage portrait of the new monarch for UK coins. The continuity of the British monarchy has provided the nation with a source of stability and comfort for centuries, something which now continues with King Charles III, who promised his lifelong service to the nation in a heartfelt address upon his mother's passing. I did watch that address too, and I thought it was very eloquent. There's a nice picture of our new king, King Charles III, and then over to the right hand side of that we have a picture of the obverse and reverse of the 50p, and it says underneath, a respectful tribute created by sculptor Martin Jennings and personally approved by the King. The first definitive coinage portrait of King Charles III features on the obverse of the coin. Originally designed by herald painter Edgar Fuller and modelled by sculptor Cecil Thomas for the 1953 coronation crown, the reverse design features the 4 shields of the royal arms. And there's a picture of the designer there, along with a plaster cast of the portrait of King Charles III. And then if we flip this over to the back, There's a nice picture of the Queen. I think she's at the Royal Mint in Clontarf, probably when it opened. And a little bit more info here, charting a 70-year reign. Since Her Majesty acceded to the throne in 1952, the Royal Mint has had the unique privilege of striking each UK coin of her reign, from a commemorative crown marking her coronation to a collection celebrating her Platinum Jubilee, embodying historic milestones, dedication to duty, and the love for her family. Each of these coins represents part of Queen Elizabeth II's remarkable legacy. And then we have another little bit. Revered by millions. During her 70-year reign, Queen Elizabeth II felt like a mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother to not only the royal family, but also to the people of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. The state funeral of Her Majesty took place at Westminster Abbey, and the procession culminated at St George's Chapel, Windsor Castle. Later that evening, a private burial took place at the King George VI Memorial Chapel, in which Queen Elizabeth II was laid to rest with her beloved husband, Prince Philip. And there we have a nice picture of Her Majesty. And then the final bit of information is the specs page, which is the back page that you see on the bank pack. So there we go. We've got one of those. We'll get that out of the packaging, and we'll get that into the red tray and keep the date run of commemorative circulation and IFC coins going. So that's the first coin that joined the collection. There's the one we'll keep in the packaging. We'll pop that in the bank date run. And then the second coin that I got today when I was at the Royal Mint was the Harry Potter coin. So this is, well, it's known to everyone, isn't it? Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the Goblet of Fire, etc., etc. But this portrait is taken, I believe, from the original book, so it doesn't look like Daniel Radcliffe at all. But on the obverse of that, we have a little information about Harry Potter. You can have a read of that. I think it's like 25 years it's now. And then on the right hand side we have the information about the coin. So the obverse designer Jodie Clark, and the reverse designer Fionn Gwilym, and the illustrator Jim Kay. Quality again of this coin is brilliant, uncirculated. So as with the other coin, we have one of these which will go in the date run. We'll get the two of those into the bank date run. And then we also have a second one. Now normally I would order the second one from the Westminster collection, but for the sake of a couple of pounds on postage, which you would save a couple of pounds, I thought it's not really worth it, so I may as well just pick them up while I'm at the Royal Mint. So as with the previous coin, let's open this coin up and see what the information is inside. So there we go. Let's get that up to the camera. Let's zoom in on that a bit and we can see the detail on that coin. On the left hand side just here you have what they call a latent image. So as you move the coin around you'll see 25, and yep, that's 25 years since the book was written and released. And I think in a way this coin actually looks better in the flesh than it did in the pictures. It does say down there 25 years of magic. So although I wasn't originally too impressed with this coin, I do think it looks better in the flesh. So there he is, Harry Potter. Right, so let's open it up and see what it says. But first of all, of course, we have a effigy of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. And if we pop this over, we've got a little information here. Let's just zoom out on that a bit. And it's the boy who lived. So you can pause it and have a little read of that if you wish. And there's some nice illustrations there. Nice looking picture that actually. I do believe that that's the guy, or the, what would you say, I've forgotten the word for it. Well, in the book, but it's played by Robbie Coltrane, who unfortunately passed away. Hagrid, that's his name, Hagrid. Couldn't remember it there for a second. So that's Hagrid on his motorbike zooming through the sky over London. And then on the next page we have number 4, Privet Drive, Little Whinging, and a little bit more information there about Harry Potter. And then on the final page we have the Keeper of the Keys, and there it is, Rubus Hagrid. So yeah, great shame to lose Robbie Coltrane earlier this year. He was a fantastic actor, seemed to be a thoroughly decent bloke all round. So a loss to movies and a loss to the acting community. Nice pencil rendition there as well of him. And if we pop it round, let's have a look at what other information's on it. So there's the little bit there about the author, a little bit more about the illustrator, and there's a picture of Harry Potter himself. Looks about 7 or 8 years old in that, and he'll be famous, a legend. I wouldn't be surprised if today was known as Harry Potter Day in future. There will be books written about Harry. Every child in our time will know his name, Professor McGonagall. There's an Irish sounding name if ever I heard one. And then you have looks like a little sticker on there, 25 years of Harry Potter magic. And then we're back to the cover, which you would see on the back of the bunk pack. A little bit more info there down in the corner. So there we go. We got one of those, as I say, for the date run for the red trays, and we've got one to go into the bunk date run as well. And then the final coin that we picked up today whilst at the Royal Mint was another Harry Potter coin, but this time it's the colour version. Now, I don't put the colour versions into the red trays, that's just for the plain coins. So we just got one of these, and this one will stay in the packaging. But you can see there it's a full colour picture of Harry Potter. Again, looks pretty good. Quite pleased with this 50p. And on the back, I would imagine it's the same info as on the standard bunk coin. So, been a good day today. We've got the Harry Potter coins. We've got the memorial 50p coin for Her Majesty the Queen. We've got a couple of these really nice postcards from the Royal Mint as well. And we managed to pick up 6 of the Strike Your Own memorial 50p's. So, I'll have to get onto the old internet and pop onto the Westminster website or the Royal Mint website and order up the BBC coins that are missing from the collection. But for now, for this video, that's it. Peace and love. Coin Snatcher out.